And we are live. Hi guys! Magandang gabi. Good evening everyone. So sa lahat ng nanonood from Facebook and YouTube, hi guys! Isa na namang start na tayo. Oh yes, ayun. Sorry guys, natagalan tayo mag-start. Technical issue. So, ayan, thank you so much guys. From yesterday, kasama natin si Ginger. And ngayon, nagbabalik ang ating one of our resident speaker. Ayan. Hi guys sa mga team live dyan, team live. Again guys, for our team live, post lang, share, same mechanics. Share lang tayo guys. Again, we're live, both Facebook and YouTube. So ayan, nagbabalik ang ating resident speaker. Hi Sam!
Hi everyone. Team Live and Team Replay. I hope you're having a great weekend. It's good to be back.
Oo nga, diba? So, kailan yung last natin?
3 weeks ago or almost 4 weeks na. Or September. Not sure. October na ngayon.
Kaya nga eh. Ang bilis, diba? Parang ilang
Yes.
days. Nagsastart ka na ba ng meron ka na bang Christmas list or nag-a-arrange ka na ba?
Wala pa actually kasi I don't know how we're going to celebrate Christmas. And then, wala lang. Parang, I'm sure others will understand yung mga gifts and mga kung ano nung preparation, but it's better for everyone to still practice how to be safe and healthy and iwas muna sa mga parties na hindi ka sure kung sino yung makakasalamuha.
True, totoo yan. At dahil dyan, diba, parang, oh my gosh, sa mga corporate, diba, pasado or na tayo, iwas tayo sa Christmas party sa mga biglaang dance number.
Oh, yan, yung mga first, mga new hire. Walang sasayang
na kayo doon? Hindi na wala ng gano'n. Kaya congratulations sa inyo. So sa mga team live dyan, again guys, share lang, same mechanics. Kung sino may pinakamagandang caption will win a prize. O, diba? So share na lang guys. Again, we are live both Facebook and YouTube. So yesterday topic natin is about growing your YouTube account. So sana guys, marami kayong natutunan and pwede na kayong mag-start, diba? Mga aspiring vloggers. So sana may nakuha kayong tips on how to grow your YouTube and sana isa din tong way para mag-push na makapag-start kayo sa vlogging ninyo. And now, our topic naman is all about interview. 'Di ba? Ang dreaded topic or iniiwasan ng lahat, ang interview. Parang kung pwede nga lang, 'di ba? Parang pwedeng na lang, exam na lang.
Oo nga, pero ayun, siguro for tonight's episode, I'm sure narinig na rin yung mga tips na to from others, pero i-ano lang natin siya, i-emphasize lang natin siya at make sure natin na parang ma-apply natin siya whenever we will have a job interview or a client pitch na gagawin in the future as a freelancer. So yun, if you have questions, for example, mga interview questions, gusto nyo malaman paano sagutin, you can start thinking about it while we're having the session, and then we'll try to give you some tips on how are you going to answer that kapag kami kunwari yung i-interviewin, and then you can practice your answers as well.
Ayan. So, okay, before we start, ay may kumakatok sa ating pintuan. Ay, biglang nawala. May kumakatok-katok sa pintuan. So, sige, mamaya na natin pagbuksan. And again, guys, again, mechanics natin for get a chance to win itong mga prizes natin. So, caption lang kayo ng maganda. Kung sino man ang magkaroon ng magandang caption, we will announce that after our live. So, yan. So, balik tayo. So, this is all about interview. So, kung may mga tanong kayo or tips na madadagdag, please comment it. Okay? So, ayan. Oh, wait. Ayan.
Ayan, kita ba siya? Oh, ayan, full screen naman na siya. Na parang hindi siya full screen. Anyway, so as mentioned, what we're going to talk about today are some tips on how you can ace client discovery calls and job interview. So as freelancers, it's either we get clients or we get a part-time or full-time or contract-based remote jobs dahil everyone is working remotely. So yun nga, welcome. Thank you for spending your Sunday with us. It's so nice to be back. And as mentioned nga again earlier, if you have interview questions na gusto nyo malaman paano sagutin, feel free to ask that later, and then I'll do my best to give you some tips on how you can answer that. So let's start. So, what want to share first is do not pitch or apply for a job that is not your skill. So, parang ang super negative kaagad ng unang tip, no? Pero, a lot of us kasi, pag gusto natin makakuha ng, if you've listened to other sessions with me before dito sa Excel Hub, lagi kong ini-insist yung tungkol sa clarity. Ano ba yung gusto mong service na i-provide or saan mo gustong makilala ka? If you have already identified kung ano yun, mas madali sa yung ma-judge kung saan ka dapat nagpe-pitch or nag-a-apply. Kasi maraming opportunity out there, but you don't want to take every opportunity na mamimiss mo yung big one para sa'yo. So if you know that if you see a job post or an opening or a pitch or a bidding for a certain project, kapag hindi mo siya forte talaga, it's best not to apply. But then, my next tip will contradict this first one, pero connected sila sa isa't isa. So, narinig naman natin yung super uso to sa world ng freelancing. Fake it until you make it. Kasi for example, you're a career shifter. And then you want, for example, you're an accountant and then you want to be a social media manager. Education-wise pa lang, we don't have background. So, it's maganda siya na parang i-project mo na yung sarili mo to be a social media manager while you're still on the process of learning. Kasi there will always be a client that will believe in you and your skills, especially if you're really passionate about it and you're really eager to learn. In no time, you'll be able to shift. So instead of like faking it until you make it, why don't you just be it and see the results? So we started here sa first 3 slides na more on mindset for us to ace the interview, and then the rest of the tips would be super practical na. So yun nga, as mentioned, if you're shifting careers or want to take a new path as a freelancer, be it and you'll see the results. Just always persevere, be determined, and always be open to learn new things. And then, of course, join networks na makakatulong sa inyo to know more people at the same time learn from them. So be with the group of people who will help you grow rather than hilain kayo pababa. Kasi for freelance kasi, independent work siya, but at the same time you'll be able to have a family that can help you succeed in your chosen field. So yun nga, again, review agad, have a clarity of what you really want, and then if wag basta-bastang mag-a-apply or magpipitch sa mga job opening or projects na hindi nyo naman talaga skill. But if you really want to be that person, be it, study it, and then improve along the way until you become who you want to be when it comes to freelancing. So, yun yung unang part natin. Next is, yan na, gusto mo nang maging social media manager. Ito ang example, example career for tonight. Whenever you're gonna apply for a job or do a pitch to a client, always do your research. Research is, when you see the job posting, parang wanted social media manager, you need to do a research about the company, not just what do they do, ano yung products and services nila, but you also need to know yung culture ng company, and then bakit sila nag-hire. Kasi a lot of companies na nag-hire, it means may nag-resign or bagong bukas pa lang sila. So those are the things that you want to consider. Kasi you don't want to be part of a company or na maraming mataas yung turnover rate. Ibig sabihin, alis yung mga tao. So bakit kaya umaalis yung mga tao? Is there something wrong with their culture or their leadership or their management? Or may iba pang factor? So aside sa research na sabi ko na dapat alam nyo yung products and services nila, yun nga, alamin nyo din kung ano yung background ng company when it comes to dealing with freelancers or remote workers. Kasi hindi lahat ng company ay sanay to deal with independent contractors like us. So when it comes naman researching about the products and services, this will help you assess whether you can do the job. Kasi and then aside from about their services, dapat malaman nyo din na kung sinabi nilang ito yung job, yung duties and responsibilities ba is something that you can cover. Kasi baka magkagulatan, you'll do well in your interview, matatanggap ka, and then pagdating niyan, yung task, ma-overwhelm ka, and then it will result to a bad relationship with your client kasi sasabihin nila you're not delivering. So it's best that you do your research before applying. I know minsan nakaka-addict that if we really want to secure a job, we'll go to job portals and then send to all, sorry yung headset ko. send to many tayo for a resume. And then, we get frustrated when we land the interview na, hindi pala ito yung ina-expect kong company. So, hindi limited yung mga jobs available out there. Just really need to find kung kanino kayo best fit. So, always do your research before applying. Next is back up your skills. So, marami na ngayong mga courses that can give you certificates and you can back up your skills. Kasi, for freelancers, minsan tinatanong, kung wala kang pang build for portfolio, at least parang parang diploma or educational background na nagsasabi na you really exerted an effort for you to become for you to become or to offer the services that you have. So, if you have been investing for courses and mentorships, make sure that you'll avail the one with certificate and then with good credentials so that you can back up your skills na meron ka talagang napag-aralan about the chosen field that you are taking or applying. So, yun, tago nyo yung mga certificates nyo. Hindi naman kailangan na sa resume, but at least you can, if they ask you na, you're an accountant, how come you're switching to be a social media manager? Paano ka nag-prepare to become a social media manager? And then you can say that you've undergone some trainings like this, like that, and you're really passionate about engaging the community at the same time, come up or be on the trend, and then parang be the voice of the brand. So parang may mga ganun kang paano ba, pakulo, hindi ba pakulo, or pag-explain how you're going to back up your skills. And then for specific job post, interviewers will ask you which part of that task do you enjoy the most. Ito yung ako din, so you can say that for social media management, do you enjoy the community engagement part where you reply sa messages and engagement and comments, or do you enjoy the content creation part, or do you enjoy the creative parts where you do the graphics, or you enjoy the reports and analytics? So hindi porket sinabing social media manager, ang nasa isip lang natin is mag-manage ka ng social media accounts. They will also ask what social media platforms are you an expert. So dapat then you can freely say that I know Facebook and Instagram. Don't declare all social media if you really don't know how they work. Kasi you should also explain to your clients that a particular the reason why you are more an expert to a specific platform like Facebook is that, like your previous client or based on your experience, Filipinos are on Facebook. So you can back up your skill in that way. So yun yung ano natin, ibig sabihin ng backing up your skills. So yun, as in talagang you have a proof that you can do the job. Next is be prepared. So pag sinabing be prepared, ito yung from technical to your tawag doon, to your resume, to your CV, to your portfolio, to the setup of your computer, lahat na. Ito yung sinasabing be prepared. So, pag ikaw ay may interview, make sure that you have everything set up. Huwag yung pag 5 o'clock yung interview mo, 5 minutes before 5, tsaka ka palang magsiset up, magsasaksak. So, for example, your laptop, make sure it's plugged na kahit may battery pa siya para hindi ka ma-interrupt in the middle of the interview. Make sure that, nandito yung mga ibang tips, pero be prepared. Some of the companies will still require you to be on a formal attire. It's okay. You can wear blazers. Pwedeng semi-formal. Ang semi-formal na ngayon ay formal sa taas, hindi naka-short sa baba. So, ganun na yung mga semi-formal. So, be prepared. Always be prepared para hindi ka naman haggard. Parang face-to-face interview pa rin naman to eh. At least be there 30 minutes. Ang maganda lang sa virtual, 15 minutes, kaya na. But you still do your preparation at least 30 minutes before. And then next is be on time. So, kasama yan sa preparation. Be on time na mas maganda, mauna ka sa mag-interview sa'yo na kung Zoom ito, nasa waiting room ka na. Tapos sila hinihintay mo. Other than that, other versus na sila yung naghihintay sa'yo. Kasi hindi mo masabi kung okay yung connectivity mo sa internet, okay, pag naka-online ka na ba, gagana ba yung mic mo, gagana ba yung camera mo. So, always be on time na mauna ka doon 5 minutes before. Tapos, mas okay na ikaw yung mag-antay kaysa sila kasi being on time gives you the first impression that you're serious about the job or the project. Next is yun nga kanina sabi ko, test your device. So like for the platform we're using right now, it's StreamYard. Whenever we will start a broadcast, you can test your mic and your camera whether it's working. For Zoom, you can do that as well when you set it up. If you don't have accounts to the platform that your interviewer asked you to have, make sure na kahit at least a day before, you'll be able to test how it works para hindi ka, how to share screen, how to unmute, how to do this, ganyan. So, always test your device kung gagana. So, it's better if you can set up sa laptop kasi ang phone, maliit or mas maraming distractions. Pero kung cellphone lang meron tayo as of this moment, make sure na yun lang yung mga naka-open para hindi ka distracted. So, yun. Test your device, especially the mic and the camera. And then yun, fix your internet. So, alam naman natin sa Pilipinas, hindi maayos yung internet. But there's a hack that you can do for your internet. So, for example, a lot of you in your area are connected with PLDT, Converge, Globe, whatever. Go to your admin setting, and then change the channel. Kasi kaya mabagal yung distribution ng internet sa ating mga bahay kasi nasa isang channel lang tayo. So for our I'm not a technical person, but we did it on our connection. Mas bumindi siya. There's a 14 channel available when you can, ano bang term, makasagap kayo ng signal going to your house. And then we've noticed that everyone is on channel 2, 7. So we chose a channel na kami lang yung nandun para walang nag-overlap. So even if lahat kami ay nasa isang provider dito sa aming building, hindi kami masyadong nahihirapan sa internet kasi hindi kami nakikimix sa isang channel kung saan nila kinukuha yung ang signal. So yun, if you have your routers with you, you can check kung saan kayo magla-log in, and then you can change the channel of your internet so that you will have a better connection instead of asking everyone in the house to turn off. Wag mo na silang mag-connect sa Wi-Fi dahil gagamitin mo. So there are other things that you could do to fix it. Aside from that one, if you have rooms or you're in a room, it's best to have a booster or extender so that from the router of the main source of the internet, kung nasa room ka, may magbuboost yung pagpunta sa'yo ng signal. And of course, it's the best to have it connected directly using a LAN. So internet is really crucial. That's why if you can fix it para hindi ka naman parang Korean novela or parang robot nag-freeze bigla. We're doing your interview. Although interviewers are very understandable because of the internet, you can still exert an effort for you to fix it, at least maging tuloy-tuloy lang for the duration of the entire interview. So yun, I hope you took that down because it's a cool hack. If na-open niyo yung admin ng inyong internet provider, you'll see how many people are just using one channel. I don't think they know that there's 14 channels available. So I choose 14, walang tao dun. But you guys can check. Moving on. So yun, find a place that you will not be disturbed. So if it's an interview, it's really hard. For me, it was not an interview but a regular huddle with my clients. May parang yung mga alaga ko all over the place. As in, Hannah will know because we're doing stream before and my cat nandito siya sa ulo ko. So, if you can close the door, pwede ka ba maglagay ng do not disturb? Why not? But if you are in a common area, find a corner na hindi masyadong halata pag may mga magulo sa paligid. Kasi it's a distracting view for the interviewer to see someone's passing by. Ayaw nyo naman ma-blooper katulad ng mga ibang trending videos na may naglalakad na naked sa likod. But you can this is not really required kasi baka sabihin nyo naman wala naman kaming place for me to be isolated eh. Oftentimes interviewers also understood, especially if you're a mom and you need to take care of your kid na umiiyak, minsan natutuwa sila na ma-entertain mo din sila kasi kitang-kita sa camera kapag anxious ka na worried ka sa paligid mo na magulo. So just embrace your environment, work with what you have. But yun nga, if you can be isolated for the next hour for your interview, for example, do it. But if you can't, make sure you have a conversation with the people in your house to be at least mindful with their actions kapag may meeting. Ang dogs naman, tsaka yung mga tumitilaok, wala na tayong magagawa dun. Unless we get or we install the platforms like Crisp or yung iba pa for them to cancel it, or meron tayong noise cancellation ng mga headphone. But yun, these tips we're just trying to be as professional as possible even if we're at home. Kasi ibig sabihin nito, kahit nasa bahay tayo, kahit may mga distraction, kahit meron tayong pets, kahit meron tayong baby, we can do the work. So yun lang naman yung gusto nating iparating sa ating client and employer kung bakit natin gustong ipakita yung as much parang professionalism ng work from home setup as a freelancer. Next is have an ample lighting. So, hindi ito, minsan kasi ang weird to have not to have a light, tas para kang yung witness sa Jessica Soho or sa Magandang Gabi, bayan na iniiba yung boses tas ang dilim-dilim. So, hindi naman kayo witness na kailangan itago yung mga faces. So, if you can have a lamp, or maybe, ang 3 watts na bumbilya naman is maliwanag na. Ako, actually okay siya, but I have lang a ring light just in case. And then, since I'm against a window every morning kasi sobrang liwanag nito, kaya meron akong ilaw sa harap. So, okay din na maliwanag para kita yung face nyo. Dahil, syempre, hindi na kayo face-to-face, makikita niyo yung facial expression ng isa't isa. Kasi yun nga, pag madilim, mag-off ka na lang ng video kung madilim ka kasi ang hirap makipag-usap sa parang witness, para kang nagko-confess or in-interrogate for a crime. So yun, have an ample lighting para magkakakitaan naman kayo ng maayos nung nag-i-interview sa inyo. Merong mga nabibili na selfie ring, merong pwedeng desk lamp, merong may mga ring light like what I'm using, pero ang weird lang niya kasi if you have glasses like this, you always see the reflection. So I need to fix its location. But basta ang light source nasa harap at makikita yung mukha nyo ng maayos, okay na yun, whatever lighting that you have. Kung against the window naman kayo, better yun kasi mas natural yung ilaw, mas maliwanag. I personally chose to be in front of the window kasi ang magiging background ko is a door. So, mas mahirap naman for me na biglang may papasok, kakatok, or may magpapaalam. So, pinili ko din. Nasa corner din ako. Pinili ko din yung place na makikita ko pa rin yung mga nasa labas and pwede akong makipag-usap sa ibang tao without being disturbed yung background ko. So, yun. Kung meron kayong lampshade dyan or kahit ano man na pwedeng pailaw, mas maganda meron para bongga. Hindi naman bongga, para kita yung face nyo pag kinakausap kayo ng employers. And then, wear headphones. So, okay kasing naka-headset kasi mas concentrated yung audio like this or yung normal na headphones na may mic. Kasi pag mag-rely tayo sa, pag hindi tayo naka-headphones, sometimes yung sinasabi ng kausap mo, nag-feedback. So, pag wala kang headphones, nagkakarinigan, so may feedback sa kanya. So, yung sinasabi niya, naririnig niya. So, magandang naka-headphones, at least, mas focus ka kasi hindi masyadong naririnig yung mga nasa paligid. And there are a lot of mobile headphones right now na may noise cancellation na this is not the original headphones of my laptop. Ito yung sa phone. Tapos, cute siya kasi may noise cancellation siya, but wala siyang battery ngayon, so di ko ginagamit. So, baka I feel naririnig yung electric fan ko. Pero kapag naka-on to, para kang naka-condenser mic na. So, yun. Merong mga affordable, high-quality earphones, headphones that you can use para mas naririnig nyo yung kausap nyo and mas malinaw yung pag-pick up ng voice for them to hear you. So, yun. Wear headphones, earphones. Next is turn off notifications. So, nakaka-distract ang may notifications. Kasi for example, tumunog yung phone mo. Titingin kang ganun, di ba? And then, kapag ang dami mong naka-open na window, for example, may mga chats ka, magpa-pop up siya bigla, so madidistract ka. Kung may salamin ka din, katulad ko, kita sa screen mo kung ano yung, kita sa salamin mo kung ano yung ginagawa mo. Tapos parang halatang halata, for example, I'm facing the camera like this right now, and I wanna look at my phone, kitang-kita talaga na nag-check ka. So, to avoid distraction, if you're gonna have an interview, let other people know that you're busy or your time is blocked, and then turn off your notification. If super ayaw nyo may distract, you can turn on the airplane mode para wala talaga. Sometimes, nasa meeting ako, tapos tawag si Kuya Grab, si Kuya Shopee, Lazada, doon daw sila sa baba for delivery. Super, nakakahiya na parang sasabihin sa'yo, take that call, it might be important. So, gusto ko sabihin, hindi po important, yung delivery lang po yun. So, yun, makakapaghintay. So, yun, turn off muna yung notification. Or, kung hindi mo na turn off kasi tumawag, you can decline the call. Tapos meron ka na, mag-save ka na ng custom message mo na I'll call you back or I'm in a meeting. ma-attend mo. Kasi sometimes, kapag nag-cancel ka ng calls, tatawag yung person. So, unless it's super important or if it's from a family, it's an emergency, you can excuse yourself naman sa the course ng interview that you really need to take that call. If they're not important, it's best to turn off your notification so that you can concentrate with your interview. Then is be calm. So, parang lahat naman tayo kinakabahan pag may interview, whether nung unang-una pa natin siyang job when we graduated. Nakakakaba talaga kapag first time tayong kakausapin. Lalo na kapag yung bungad na tanong, oh, hi, tell me something about yourself. Okay. Parang ganun na siya. So, para do your kalma lang kapag first interview or second or first time mo makakausap yung interviewer or your client, be calm para hindi ka masyadong pagpawisan sa sa interview mo, and then hindi ka mag-stutter kapag nagsasalita ka na. So, kung gusto mo kumalma, you can stand, stretch, shake your hands. Same practice, we're gonna do a speech on stage. Pwede kang mag-vocalization, lakad-lakad, inom ng tubig, jumping jacks, ganun. Para kumalma ka. And then you can also do some breathing exercises. Inhale, exhale. Inhale for 7 seconds. Exhale ng isang bigla hanggang sa kumalma yung nerves. So, kung ikaw ay manginginig kapag ikaw ay nagkape, mamaya ka na magkape pagkatapos. Mas maganda kalma lang para kapag nakuha mo na yung mga tanong, mas magiging natural yung pag-build ng rapport with the interviewer, and it will not feel an interview at all. Para lang kayong magkumare na magchichikahan about a project. So yun, be calm. Next is practice your spiel. So, there's a universal question kasi, yun nga, tell me something about yourself. Practice mo na siya kung paano mo ipapakilala yung sarili mo. I remember a tip from a BPO training that I had when I was in college. Kapag pag magpapakilala ka ng sarili mo, always do it in 3 points, parang 3 bullet points lang. And then kung ano yung wala sa resume mo, mas maganda na yun yung isasabihin mong papagpakilala sa sarili mo. Kasi syempre, nag-apply ka, nabasa nila yung resume. So syempre, they have an idea kung ilang taon ka na, ano yung past employers mo, past projects, saan ka graduate. So dapat, medyo ibahin mo. So, pwede mo tong practicein kung paano mo papakilala yung sarili mo. And then, kaya mo siya pa-practicein para hindi ka na laging mag-iisip kung anong sasabihin mo. Since madalas is virtual interview, what you can do is, sa mga laptop natin, pwede nyo siyang gawin ng split screen, tapos notes yung nasa kabila or notepad na parang idiot board ng mga host or reporter. Yung malapit siya sa eye level. Tapos, dun mo ilalagay yung spiel mo para babasahin mo siya. So, madalas, like for me, I start with my nickname still, kasi ang haba ng pangalan ko at yun yung nasa resume. And then, ang iba ko pang sinasabi sa spiel is, yung current job na super related sa project. And then from there naman they will have the follow-up questions na. So you can also anticipate yung mga questions na pwedeng nilang itanong. Like yun nga, about yourself, what are your hobbies, your interest, why did you apply for this job? Yung mga ganun, usually ganun lang yung question nila as a starter. So you can practice your answers na. You can practice it in front of a mirror or in front of your friends or family. And then, as you go along, there are also job applications or project pitch right now that you have to submit videos kasi. So you can also record na those videos of your self-introduction para masanay ka na para mapakilala yung sarili mo. Para mag-appear kang super confident and natural. So, yun. Para siyang Pero wag yung level na ano ha, Sam from Quezon City and then meron kang moto. Hindi naman ganong spill yung pinag-uusapan natin, binibining Pilipinas levels. But something that keep it short and sweet, yun. Practice natin ang kiss sa ating mga spill. That spill that will generate curiosity from your interviewer and they'll be able to ask more questions about you. Next is watch your body language. So even if it's virtual interview, iwasan natin yung mga mannerism na, ayan, like, ganyan ng hair habang ini-interview. It's still okay to use hand gesture if you're parang emphasizing I thought. Pero ayun, kung meron tayong mga bad mannerism, practice natin na stay put, nasa chair, ayusin natin. Hindi yung ganyan ng hair mo pag ini-interview ka. Kasi it's this, right now, I'm sure you're distracted kung ano-ano yung ginagawa ko dito. So, watch your body language. And then you don't have, sometimes, you don't have to look straight at the camera like this kasi hindi mo na maintindihan yung kausap mo. So, it's understandable then if you're looking at the monitor or screen to understand kung ano yung sinasabi ng kausap mo. So, be attentive and then watch your body language. So, hindi naman kailangan stiff like this na para kang super na-mismention na posture. So, just make it as calm, natural, para hindi ka naman ganyan ng ganyan habang ini-interview ka. So, parang formal pa din. Next is smile and have eye contact. So, kunwari, nagsasira siya, huwag naman yung naka-poker face ka. So, usually, personally, pag I nod or I smile while listening, parang, ang weird, no, ginagawa ko right now. Parang kang nag-agree or talaga nakikinig. Eye contact, it will be hard, pero you can do it by glancing from time to time sa camera or just, yun nga sabi ko kanina, look at the thumbnail or the monitor of the person you're talking to para at least naman they know that you're listening. Huwag naman na pag bigla sila nagsaseta, magto-turn off ka ng video. Sometimes, the other party will ask you, are you still there? So, sometimes I also intro na, kung sila yung magsaseta, I'll put myself on mute para hindi kami distracted. And then, whenever it's my turn to speak, mag-unmute ako. So, para, pag tinatanong nila na, are you still there? Yes. Kung para hindi sila magganon, aside from nodding or smiling while they're talking, you can also do some agreements. Yung mga, parang mag-yes ka or yeah, or I see, I understand. Para hindi naman sila nakikipag-usap sa wall. So, yun, pwede kang, even if the other person is the one talking, listen attentively so you can give a genuine reaction about what they're saying. Hindi man sabihin mo na, yes, tas pardon? Pang bigla ka mapapaganon. So, kahit ngiti-ngiti ka sa make sure that you're listening with what they're saying. Yeah, that's the next step, is listen. Even if if you don't understand, it's best to ask questions. Kung kailangan mo ipaulit yung tanong para mas ma-process, and then makinig sa sinasabi nila para magma-match naman yung mga sinasabi mo sa gusto nilang malaman. Kasi sometimes sobrang kaba mo na overwhelmed ka, na super prepared ka, ano ang sinasabi mo malayo na dun sa gustong malaman ng interviewer from you. So always listen. Hindi naman, interviews are two-way conversation. It's not about them. It's not just about you building up yourself, but knowing how you can work together, what they can contribute to your growth, and what you can contribute to their company with your expertise to help them grow as well. So that's why you need to listen. And then appear professional. So it's just like a quick summary na dapat nating gawin na na-mention ko na kanina, na we want to appear professional even if our office is at home. Kasi a lot of people na tatanong pa rin sa'yo na, would you be willing to report sa office? Sabi ko, no. talagang I'm super honest na that's the reason why I switch working from home kasi I don't want to report to the office anymore. So, and then they'll ask you why. And then I'll say na mas komportable kasi ako sa bahay with no other distraction of other office mates and then traveling going to work. So, medyo sound super, minsan maldita yung dahilan ko kung bakit ayaw ko nang pumasok sa office. But it's the truth. I'm more productive when I'm working from home and I'm alone and working with a virtual team versus being distracted with other people and traveling to the office. Kasi, yeah, ang hirap mag-travel noon na traffic and then ngayon na hindi naman super super safe outside. So, our goal is to appear as professional as we can so that we'll start building the trust that we can deliver. Next is ask good questions. So, pag sinabi na meron ka bang mga tanong about, magtanong kayo instead of sabihin nyo none at all. So, kung nag-research kayo early on, you'll be able to ask good questions based on sa research and sa mga narinig nyo all throughout the conversation. So, it's better na may tanong ka at least 3 para naman mas maging engaging na pag sinabi, do you have other questions or do you have questions for me? Tapos sabi mo, none so far. Parang di ka nakinig at all. So, ask good questions. For me, what I always ask is, what is your company goal for the next 3 months? And then, what are your expectations from me? Yun yung mga tinatanong ko. Kasi from that on, I'll be able to assess whether it's a good fit pa nga or I should continue the application. Kasi you'll be able to get the answers and then validate kung okay itong project na yun para sa'yo. So, ano yung goals nila? How do you work? Parang what is your working style? Parang ganon. Do they micromanage? Do they trust their team? Are they agile? Do they iterate all the time? What is the setup looks like? Do you have huddles? How many huddles? How many minutes? And then, what is your rules sa ganito ganyan? So, ask questions that you think that will be relevant for you and the project instead of you really did well sa interviews and then you got the job and then biglang marami kang hindi magugustuhan and then you're gonna end up quitting 3 days pa lang pagpasok nyo or pag-start nyo ng project. So, for example, if it's a project-based, how long do you want this project to be finished? Let's say 3 weeks. And then you'll know, kaya ko ba ito ng 3 weeks? At least from that, right then and there, you'll be able to, to assess kung para sa inyo yung project na yun. Kasi kung super complicated ng project, tapos 3 weeks lang, may hirapan ka. Are you gonna work with a team or are you gonna work alone? Who will be my team members, for example? Who will be, who's my point person? Syempre, pag freelance ka, meron kang point person from the team. For example, marketing. Who's the digital marketing manager? Can you be introduced? Tapos, ask for branding, voice, guidelines. You can ask those questions and then you'll be able to hear straight from the interviewer kung saan papunta yung company nila. So, makakapag judge kung okay itong pinapasok nyo. So, yun, huwag kayong mahiyang magtanong. Sabi nga ni Susan Roses. And then set expectations. So, yun nga, as usual, as discussed in our time management workshop previously, you should set expectation because as freelancers, we have other clients. And then, since these companies doesn't really still not used to working with part-timers or freelancers or independent contractors, you guys should set your expectations na kaya nga tinanong mo kung may huddle kasi you want to let them know that you have other commitments. So, you'll say na a part-time 4 hours, you'll say that I can start to work at this time, we'll be able to set and then meet halfway. Kasi it's hard to agree on a certain schedule pa lang to set on a schedule, tapos you're doing something else or it's overlapping with your other clients. It will be unfair for both parties na hati yung attention mo. Unless super swerte, if all clients doesn't require time and they're all into deliverables, you'll be able to have better blockings of your time where you can group your task per client versus per client and then do all the tasks, especially if you're doing the same job for all of them. So, umpisa pa lang, mag-set na kayo ng expectation. Do they expect weekly report, daily report, alignment? Are they using project management platforms for you to report? What format of the report do they want to receive from you? What's the communication channel? Should I download WhatsApp, Viber, Skype, Zoom, Slack? You can set those expectations during the first interview pa lang para walang nasasayang na oras. So if you guys won't meet expectation, you'll be able to say na kasi may tanong sila, do you think this is for you? We'll be able to sell this. We'll be able to raise awareness of our brand. So you can say, based on your expectations, your virtues, your core values, you'll be able to answer those questions. And then, syempre, tapos yung interview, politely say goodbye. So, hindi to yung gone are the days na, baba mo na, sige kayo, mauna ka na, ganyan. So, hindi ganun ang interviews. So, for virtual meetings, I would recommend for you to stay until they end the meeting on Zoom or until they hang up. Para ka lang naka-standby na pag nag-thank you yun. Say goodbye, thanks for your time. You'll be looking forward hearing from them soon, and then mas okay na sila yung mag-end ng meeting pag sila yung host para naman. But there are instances, for kunwari, it's a panel interview. Pag papaalisin ka na nila kasi mag-usap-usap pa sila about you. So, yun, pag sinabi naman nila na you can leave the meeting na lang. So, make sure na bago ka chumika or do something else, make sure that everything is off. Huwag mo nang mag-side comment. Sometimes may delay ang pag-leave, nandun ka pa rin, loading yan. So, pa rin siya. Para tong broadcast na kailangan at least may standby ka na 5 seconds bago ka gumawa ng Kasi sometimes kung hindi nga sila yung unang nag-hang up, napansin nyo na yun, yung may mga nag-accident na call sa phone, narinig nyo pa yung conversations nila kahit nagbabay na siya sa'yo, tapos di nila naibaba. So, kapag nag-chika-chika ka na, may instance na baka marinig ka ng kausap mo kung ano yung ginagawa mo after the interview. And then, I have some bonus tips na. So, I think we're almost done. So, bonus tips is prepare your sample works. For example, I had this a client na they want to rebrand, and it's also first time for them to get a third party for their marketing. So, what you can do is parang ma-convince mo siya, ready mo na yung mga tabs mo na pwede kang mag-share screen of your sample works. For example, gusto nilang makita kung paano ka gumagawa ng content for social media. You can start, if you have your templates with you or samples from other clients, or you have platforms like Hootsuite, Buffer, or Loomly, you can share those screen. Of course, get permission with your clients if it's okay for you to showcase it in the future. But the more visual that you can get for your interview, the better they'll imagine how they're going to work for you. So, for example, you will say that you will plan content a month in advance, unless there are ad hoc or moment marketing that you need to do in the middle of the month. And then, can I share my screen? This is how you're gonna see it. So I'll be sharing a similar template of the content with captions, link to creatives, and then dates, and then the platform, and then you'll be able to approve, blah, 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 blah. And then, syempre, may imagine na nila na, hindi pala ako yung magka-follow up na, ready na. So, preparing your sample works or portfolio makes you a proactive freelancer para malaman nila na paano ka nag-work. Most of them will be shocked kasi hindi sila organized at ikaw organized ka with your stuff. Color-coded pa. Diba? Tinuruan tayo ni Coach Roxy paano gumawa ng dashboard. So, pwede mong i-apply yon sa mga templates that you have for onboarding or for creating content or other content for the client. So, if you have time and if the conversation drive went to them asking you how do you work as a freelancer, you'll be able to share your process. And then, yun nga, yung walk through your work. So, syempre, share mo siya. So, walk through mo paano kayo mag-work. So, paano ka ba nag-work successfully with your other clients? So, give them the scenario na every Monday, we can align, you will approve this, ganyan. You'll be able to see this. I'll be requesting these graphics from your designers. So, parang ganyan, you'll be able to walk through your work para yun nga, they can visually see and assess na they will be more comfortable working with an independent contractor. And then send a follow-up email. As soon as the call is finished, you can send an email to the interviewer saying that whatever you want to say, or you enjoyed, or thank you for the time, ganyan. And then, parang mag-aano ka na, parang excited to work with us, collaborate with you, ganyan. If you really like it, wag ka na maglagay na excited to work with you kapag hindi mo naman bet yung project. Pero it's a polite thing to do to say thank you or a follow-up email right after the call para you'll have a thread where you can follow up the status of your application or the project. So, kung tatanungin nyo kung kailan dapat mag-follow up, I'll do a week for, kunwari, nag-send akong thank you email right after the call, and then after a week, say you're just wondering if there's sa result, ganyan, kasi pwede mo man silang sindakin na may, you're gonna onboard kasi another client, so you want to know whether it's a go or it's a no-go for them, and you can move on. Ang hirap kasi kapag gino-ghost nyo yung isa't isa at walang closure. Kahit sa work, mahirap siya. Nang gino-ghost kayo ng nag-interview sa inyo. Sasabihin, I'll get back to you or we'll call you back. Hindi na lang maging honest na hindi ka tanggap. So, it's maging proactive ka na lang na mag-follow up. It's better na it also relieve the anxiety of did I do well? Okay ba ako? Natanggap pa ako? Ganyan. So, para makuha niyo yung sagot at masaktan na kayo once and for all kung hindi man kayo natanggap, kayo na yung mag-follow up. Kasi mas madaling maka-move on to apply and onboard other clients if kino-close natin yung bawat interview. So, ano na yun, okay na siya ngayon sa society instead of sasabihin nila, we'll call you back after a week tapos walang paramdam. So, mag-follow up kayo para hindi kayo nag-aabang sa wala. And then, ayun nga, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So, kung mag-apply kayo, sabi ko kanina, don't send to all. Pero, you can send to all related job posting or clients na meron. Kasi kung mag-aantay ka ng magsasabi, may open interviews pa ako sa ganito, ganyan, hindi pa ako tinatawagan. If the client really wants to work with you, sila pa yung maghahabol sa inyo. So, okay lang na mag-send kayo, magpa-interview kayo sa lahat until makita nyo kung sino yung magkakaroon ng spark na maging client. Kasi, makaka-work nyo to for the first, 30-day trial before they continue your contract. Dapat talaga, na kayo, may relationship at good vibes. Mahirap na walang motivation to do a job just because you are obliged to do it and then, or napasubo ka na. So, dapat, scatter natin yung ating mga eggs para if we really want to secure a client or a job, we'll be able to secure one by sending or applying to more companies. So, ano lang yan eh, probability lang yan, parang sa sales. Kung gusto mo ng 5 contracts, ilan dapat yung tatawagan mo, ilan dapat yung leads mo para makuha mo yung 5. Hindi porket 5 ang kailangan mo, 5 lang yung kukontakin mo. Laging may attrition rate yan. So, every day, kung magsisend ka ng 10, may babalik sa yung dalawa. At least for interview. So, ganun yung isipin yung pag-interview, hindi yung mag-apply ka lang isa for today. Always be prepared to send your portfolio, your LinkedIn profile or your CV to all clients to all opportunities that you feel that it will fit with the career growth that you have in mind. And then yun, it's okay, keep trying. So, kung hindi man tayo natanggap for this project or for this job, it's not a no, don't be discouraged. Better opportunities are out there. We just need to always improve our craft and the right client na match sa ating skills and expertise will trust and hire us. So, para din yung boyfriend, girlfriend, kapag nabasted, okay lang. Ano lang tayo. We can grieve for a day, but then we get up, we show up, and then let's face another day to pursue what we really want to achieve in our lives. And then yun, that's it. I haven't opened the comment sections yet, but I'll let Hannah do it na lang. But that's all the tips that I have based on what I'm doing whenever I talk to clients and possible job interviews as a remote worker. At yun yung mga pinagagawa ko so far. Natatanggap naman. Natatanggap naman ako, kaya hopefully you pick up or you want to apply some of them para tayo, more clients, more fun.
Yan. Thank you for your tips, Sam. So, ayan, marami na tayong mga questions, no? Okay. So, pili tayo dito from May. Okay. So, question niya, yung question na why you consider yourself best fit for the job.
Usually pag tinatanong sa akin to, parang babalikan ko yung moment, bakit ba ako nag-apply? So, doon mo kasi makukuha yung sagot eh. So, usually sasagot ka dyan na, pang Miss Universe. Parang, I believe your company can help me grow and can help me grow in the career that I'm taking, and my current experience can contribute also with your company. So kaya yun yung kaya mo sinasabi na fit kasi it's a mutual, it's gonna be a mutual relationship that both of you can help each other. Kasi kung hindi siya fit, kasi kung siya lang yung magbe-benefit tapos wala ka na makukuha bukod sa sweldo, it's not a great fit. That's why they ask, you really ask yourself, well, kung why did you apply in the first place, and then you'll be able to answer bakit ka fit dun sa job na yun. Sometimes kasi their question na dun sa job description nila, are you willing to learn? Are you passionate? Can you collaborate with the team? You can also get the answers from that bullet points that they have in their job posting. You're a great fit for the job because you do well. You can work without supervision, and you're a team player. You'll be able to work with other people, from stakeholders to peers to suppliers. So, yun yung mga pwede mong isagot na bakit ka fit for the job.
Ayan. Thank you, May. Ayan, sana nasagot at makakuha ka ng tips. So, next naman, natutuwa ako. Especially sa, pag may mga interview sessions tayo na, yung talagang abstract or creative, diba? So, please advise on how to reply the interview question na, how can you move the mountain? So, Paano nga ba? Bigla ka mo on the spot na gano'n, 'di ba? How can you move the mountain?
Weird, but my answer would be move your position because it's a matter of perspective. Mountains, if you take it literally, is something on earth na nandyan na bago ka pa. So all you have to do is change your perspective and the mountain will move.
Wait nga, pa-replay nga, isusulat ko.
Kasi ano siya, di ba parang super, super cliche. Kasi you won't say na mag-excavator ka dun, huhukayin mo. That's bad for the environment. But if you read between the lines, mountains could be hurdles or goals. But for you to move it, you need to have a change of perspective. Because if you move from north to south, the view of the mountain will definitely be different. It's like looking at the moon na feeling mo sinusundan ka. So, you can take it that way, a super Miss Universe answer. But yeah, that mountain will move if you change your perspective.
Oh,
That's
'di
just
ba?
my answer.
I-a-apply ko 'yan. Kukunin ko yung ano na 'yan, yang sagot na 'yan. Next naman, we have question from Melody. What is your advantage to the other candidate? Ayan. What is your advantage? Pag ganyan ba, do we bash other candidates or tayo ba yung
No.
iaangat ba natin yung sarili natin?
Um, let's just say that first, hindi ko don't bash other candidates kasi each one of us has different to offer. So, if everyone has skills, what we can position ourselves is our emotional intelligence. So what you can highlight this is how you can work under pressure, how you can how you can handle stress. Kasi all of us are expert in that field. That's why nga lahat tayo nag-a-apply. But what makes you different is how are you emotionally hindi man stable, but how you going to work with other people? How are you going to handle pressure, stress? If we're not hitting goals, how fast can you think, and then are you a passive or an active participant of the team. So yun yung attitude mo yung magiging advantage mo talaga sa other candidates, and you can just say that I really want this. Parang kung talagang sure kayo, wag yung sabihin 100% sure kayo sa job na to tapos half-hearted pala kayo. So you can show your passion by how much you really want to get the job. And you'll say that, wag naman I'll do anything. Wag naman, baka mapasubo kayo. So, parang you just really show that you really want. And that's your advantage. Kasi, you said yes. And you should simply say that what is your advantage with other candidates. And then I'm here talking to you. I showed up. And I want to do this project with you. Talagang straight answer, wag nang because I graduated like this, I took the course ganyan. It's working and a job is really not just the skill and the expertise that we have. It's really still the heart and the attitude for you to do the job even if you're not even if you don't feel like doing it at all. I hope I answered
Ayan.
your question.
Ayan, oo. Well, oo nga naman, 'di ba? Your advantage kasi kailangan talaga you have self-confidence, 'di ba? To showcase your skills, your qualifications kasi if you'll just be clouded with self-doubt, of course hindi mo mabibigay yung advantage mo kasi clouded ka ng mga thoughts na yon, 'di ba? So be confident. So, with that, o 'di ba? Dahil diyan sa be confident na 'yan, ayan, kay Norcy. Ito yung nakakaano din biglang nakakagulat or ano, can you introduce yourself? 'Di ba? Isa din 'yan eh. After tell me about yourself, it's next is can you introduce yourself?
Oh wait, gulo sa context. Introduce, like, are you going to introduce yourself? Like, parang, as what? Ayan,
Ayan,
parang,
yung parang yan, self-introduction.
in a span of 2 minutes. Usually, I would say the one in my CV, like, I'm a seasoned marketing professional covering strategy, team management, and content marketing. And then I love working with people or companies with this passion, with this vision, like changing the world one plastic bottle at a time. Mga ganun naman. Hindi naman ganun yung intro ko. But you want to be firm. Ayun nga yung kanina, the practice your spill. And then if it's 2 minutes, um, just leave the information from your resume, but really show your personality by how to introduce yourself. I sometimes make it funny because because my name is really long. So I would always start with, please call me Sam. Please call me Sam, and then they'll laugh because they'll see my name. Please call me Sam. um I've been working for the marketing, for this industry for the past 10 years. My recent experience are this. My expertise are this one. I enjoy that. And then if I'm not working, I'm chasing my cats for a selfie. That's how I do it. That's why, so that my personality will, mahilig pala siya sa cats, mahilig pala siya sa dogs. And then they'll introduce, they'll be more interested to know more about you. And then don't be naman, na sabi ko nga kanina, practice, wag naman yung monotone. So be yourself. Kung ikaw ay bubbly person, show that you are a bubbly person. If you are a prim and proper reserved person, it will show. So practice na. Just don't include your address, your age, your birthday, your college degree, and other and your past employers and jobs. Don't include it na. Be creative. Introduce yourself with what you can do and how you can help the company. What do you enjoy, and then what do you do off work, para they'll know naman that you have a boundary for life and work. So yun yung mga, depende sa client or depende sa company, iniiba-iba ko yung sinasabi ko for self-introduction. But yun nga, just forget what you have in your resume and think of something else.
True, totoo yun. Kasi same with you. Sa'yo kasi ang haba ng name mo. So, napupunta tayo sa nickname. Ako naman with my name, diba? It's just 3 letters na inulit. So, if you have if you can think of any nicknames na pwede nyong itawag or idagdag sa akin, then let me know kasi I'm running out. 'Di ba? Yun na kaagad yung parang yun din yung isa sa mga icebreaker ko for introduction. We always start of course dun sa talagang alam natin kasi pag alam natin yung topic or alam natin how we introduce ourselves, pwede nating laro-laruin and our personality will really show up kasi ngingiti yung mata mo, magiging enthusiastic ka about the topic, sa pag-i-introduce sa sarili mo, especially with your hobbies or something like that. But of course, again, babalik tayo dun sa sinabi ni Sam na keep it short and simple. Kasi baka masyado tayo na-overwhelm naman sa pagkukwento, umiikot na sa atin or hindi na natin binigyan ng chance na magsalita ang ating interviewer, diba? So
Yes.
with that, diba, katulad nga nung sabi, ayan, ito kasi nakita ko, sabi ni JM, nakikita daw kapag nababasa. Diba? So, pag ganyan kasi guys, yung spiel or yung sa idiot board, make sure guys that it's just bullet. Wag sentence or wag yung the whole paragraph kasi once na nakita natin na may paragraph, automatic napapabasa tayo. But make sure guys na guidelines lang or bullet points lang para may guide tayo or structure lang tayo sa mga kailangan nating sabihin. 'Di ba? At babalik tayo doon. Kasi again, pag sa akin hindi kasi nagwo-work yung paragraph or yung mga sentence kasi ako automatic nababasa ko siya. So napapabasa tuloy ako, nakikita at nalalaman ng interviewer na nagbabasa ako.
Yeah, tsaka kita kasi siya pag nakatingin ka somewhere else. Kaya, even lang kapag manunood kayo ng mga TV Patrol or others, ang idiot board talaga nila just below the camera. So, kung ang notepad mo malalagay nyo or mapipin nyo sa pwesto na hindi halata, why not? So, ako, hindi, dati, pag may hosting gig, may idiot board pa din. Pero pag self-introduction, pre-practice ko na yan lang. Minsan i-record ko pa yung interviews ko talaga para I can improve on my next time. Kasi ever since naman from college or for school, laging kasama yung tell me something about yourself na question. Kasi I wanna know about you. So, yeah. My name is Sam. I'm 20, ganyan, years old. I graduated for, I live with, wag na yon, please. If you're still doing it right now, wag na. Yun lang ang aking ipipilit na palitan nyo sa mga interview structure nyo. Say something that can benefit that will parang entice and then make the interviewer more interested about you.
True. And ngayon, 'di ba, actually nag-evolve na rin yung ano yung interview process Before it's really technical, it's very formal. Ngayon ngayon more on parang lagi nilang sinasabi na isipin mo na lang na chikahan 'to. 'Di ba? Na kasi
Yeah.
gusto nilang ngayon mas interested na sila to get to know you personally. Kasi syempre, di ba, with virtual, since hindi naman nila tayo makikita or hindi nila tayo makakasama sa work, so, alam na, kumbaga gusto nilang malaman, sino ka nga ba behind those qualifications, behind those skills na yon, di ba, you as a person.
Yeah, but take note that there are still companies na there are still interviews will ask technical questions. The HR would want to know more about you, but the next person kung may second interview, yun yung nagpapa-quiz B. That was why recent, ayan, nakwento ko yan kay Han before na grabe yung mga tanong nila, like parang exam, like paras live. Like the question was, if you're gonna create a campaign for an e-commerce company, what would be your Facebook ad objective?
Ang bigat.
Ganyan. So, ganyan
Ang
yung,
bigat kan.
ganyan yung mga tanong. That's why my first slide earlier is something that don't apply for a job that you know that you're not fit. Kasi mental block ka na hindi mo alam kung ano yung sasagot mo for those questions. They even ask for softwares na, what do you use for ganyan-ganyan? Tapos mag-iimbento ka, tapos di mo na, how do you use, like for me, for digital marketing, the question is, what's the difference between the Facebook Business Manager versus the regular Facebook? What are the features that you can set up on Facebook Business Manager? What do you use for ganyan-ganyan? Grabe. How do you create a lookalike audience? Ganun yung mga tanong for digital marketing. And then yan, parang which part of digital marketing that you don't like? That's one of the hardest question that I personally find it hard to answer kasi isa na wala naman akong hindi gusto or lahat gusto ko sa ginagawa ko, pero ang hirap din kasi tingnan na bakit mo aayawan part nga siya ng job mo. But for me, what I hate the most is cold callings. So, sinasabi ko, it's not related to digital marketing, but in any job overall, I don't like cold callings. So, sabi niya, paano yan? You need to generate leads. Oh, I'll run a lead generation campaign. Just as long as I won't call customers kasi and hindi ko alam kahit yung nag-OJT ako before, hindi ako comfortable magtawag-tawag ng kung sino-sino to ask for their information. But yeah, that's just me. Some people enjoy it.
Ayan. O, 'di ba, yung mga ganyan, yung mga ganyan mga personalities, yung mga gusto mong gawin, mga ayaw mong gawin. May question dito si Romelyn about being an introvert and extrovert. So, is it fine to tell you're an introvert if you're one, or is it a disadvantage?
You can really you can let your client know or your interviewer that you are introvert kasi if they'll be able to assess how they're going to assign you in the organization. Hindi ka nila bibigyan ng reporting na ikaw yung mag-head ng huddle kasi they know that you're not comfortable speaking, rather than they'll give you some task that you'll excel. Kasi HR and then leads would know how to organize people in the organizational chart if they know their attitude. Sometimes they're gonna ask for your zodiac as well. I think I'm not sure if I've discussed it with you, Han, pero I've discussed it somewhere, some other talks about how your zodiac sign can build a team. So sometimes they ask you if you're a water sign, you're a fire sign, you're an earth, metal sign, they ask you kasi it also helps them how are they going to place you. Kasi if you're an introvert, you could be an independent person na nagde-deliver. If you're an extrovert, they'll put you in a team. So it's not a disadvantage. Don't ever think that your personality is a disadvantage because we can complement each other's skills with the job. And the reason why they also need to know that is that they'll be able to plan how are you going to work together. So okay lang kung introvert ka.
Ayan, o 'di ba? So ang dami-dami pa ng ang dami-dami na pa ang questions. So we'll try to answer it through comments. So we'll just have last one. Ito, okay. Ito, kay Victoria. Victoria, interview question and self-intro, which I started among the applicants here. I think I am the only one nearing retirement age. Okay lang ba yon? Yan, usapang age. Is it
I
okay to
think
open up?
yeah, I think it's there's because you'll have an advantage kung ano ka nasa older bracket because you have experience and you have a level of maturity. And if you say that you're young, you'll say that you're more open to learning. Parang may justifications naman ng bawat bracket ng age of what we can contribute. So, syempre, kung ikaw ay mas senior when it comes to age, they'll be able to expect that you are more emotionally mature and have more experience with the job and talking to people. And then, I don't think age is important na din right now sa mga jobs because everything is done online, especially for our line of work. So, it's okay to declare our age because it's just a number. Makikita naman, kung ayaw nila, let's look for a company who accepts a team member that's older or like parang nasa 50 and beyond. But definitely, if you can still use the computer, have a great communication skills, why judge you with your age? So, ano tayo dyan? Okay lang. Okay lang yung intro mo na yun.
Ayan. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah. Ang haba ng ano, no? Ang haba na, ano na tayo, masyado tayong na-enjoy sa topic na ano na tayo. So, guys, again, if you have other questions, feel free to comment it down below. Again, Facebook and YouTube, and we will answer it. We will reply to it. And then, if you want additional or if you want new topics na gusto nyo i-tackle ni Sam, please go ahead and comment it down below yung mga topics na gusto ninyo. And let's see at check natin sa schedule ni Sam. Okay, and with that, Sam, please plug ang ating mga projects.
I don't have much projects right now, but I'm always available. Hindi lang ako masyadong online today because I've shifted my schedule. I onboarded a client from Vancouver. So bangag ang lola nyo for other bangag ang lola nyo sa ibang time zone. But yeah, I'm back to vlogging and vlogging regularly. So si Han ang nag-help sa akin for pushing me to create content. But if you expect more freelancing and kikay tips from me, and I think I'll be kicking off streams also in my own channel with people, but it's more on my new journey as a mom because yeah, I'm gonna be a first time mom next year, and I want to focus the blog and the new content around that. So if you are in the same journey with me, please feel free to message me, and then I hope I can inspire you in other ways than work.
And thank you so much, Sam. Again, guys, please do comment down below yung mga topics. If you want na babalik pa si Sam, check natin na schedule ni Sam kung pwede. And again, thank you, Sam, for the tips. And I hope you guys, marami kayong natutunan, marami kayong learnings for tonight. And again, tomorrow it's gonna be Monday, start of a new work week. So pahinga guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And again, my name is Hannah.
I'm Sam, guys.
And thank you so much. Bye.